Hey you guys, welcome back to another deck list review. This time we're going to be reviewing Red Black Sabo. So I was just recently in a off meta tournament at our locals. It was a lot of fun, and I was trying to figure out what deck to bring, and Red Black Sabo was on the list. I originally was thinking of bringing Red Yellow Sabo, but then when I was playing Sim, I ran into someone running this Sinjo. And I love the list. It was fun. It was kind of one of those silly, it's just trying to do a thing, and once it starts happening, it's rough to get out of. And so I wanted to show you guys the list. We ultimately went X2, and it was just fun. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. It is one of those that into Kyros, I learned. Kyros kind of shuts down this deck fairly hardcore. Being able to KO things twice in a turn, and one of those times basically by just flipping your life over, can be quite rough. But let's get into the deck list. So we got Otama. We're running 3 Otamas. We're running our Banish Luffy. So basically, the way that this engine works is what we're trying to do is get Luffy out on the board while being alive, get him behind all of our blockers, and then using our Cavendishes and our 7-drop Luffys to basically clear their board. We're trying to be as set up as possible for turtling. We're able to trade fairly well. My biggest thing from practicing this deck is you're getting your Cavendish out as early as you can. Going second is fairly ideal, just because you can play Cavendish and have a Dawn for your turn. Otherwise, you have to kind of wait for your 7 Dawn turn, or hope to have a Nami that sticks on the board. Currently, Nami is one of those cards to me that just doesn't. Most decks have removal enough to kill a 1-drop, and so she kind of just disappears. But ultimately, it is a fun deck. You're running Koala as a 2k / being able to minus 3,000. Shiraya, he is kind of different because you need someone to attack into you before he can benefit from leader effect. But he is quite good into anybody who's trying to go tall with their leader. Of course, we got Nami for putting our Rested Dawn onto our leader. Laboon is a very clutch card early on, because if a Laboon stays, or if they use removal to get rid of Laboon, that's usually fine. But if Laboon stays, it is just a nice way to hand filter all of your, basically any card that you have that isn't counter, which we're running quite a few. Then you're running Hina. Hina is probably the best blocker in this set for us, because it's going to take away one of their attacks, and they're going to have to answer into her fairly hardcore. Borsalino, also a great, just because we don't have to invest anything to make him not be KO'd by effects, so he sticks quite well. Of course, Cavendish, which basically we can attach a Dawn, attack into an active character. Quite nice for clearing out pesky blockers, for clearing out basically anything that might be hiding or just came out. Because if we're lucky enough that we can have a Cavendish on board and then they're playing whatever they're playing, we've been valiant enough to make sure that we're not dying, and we can just start trading into their stuff that they don't want us to trade into. We also have Sabo coming in. He's a nice hand filter as well, of course, making it so none of our stuff can be KO'd for the turn. We got Bartolomeo, which is a great early blocker in case we're playing into those leaders that want to just try to rush us down, as well as he is a 2k counter. We have our 7 Luffy, which can be kind of our trump card for taking out basically any pesky character that we'd want to attack into. Of course, this is also can attack active characters, but we can also kind of go for game, because you can return 7 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck, set this character as active again, so you can get 2 attacks in a turn. Round Table to basically remove any of the large bodies. They play out a Moria, a Tenmom, anything that is quite large and pesky to take out. We can just make minus 10,000 and then swing into. Rad beams for keeping us alive, of course. We have our course kicks for pitching any of our dead extra no counter cards. Fire fists for KOing any of our zero costs or zero powers that we run into, as well as basically lowering anything to swing into. Works quite well for that. And of course, to me, the epitome of why I picked this deck and I enjoyed playing it, because once it gets set up, banish Luffy. So we can swing into the life for free. We're not going to give them a card. They're usually going to not be happy once Luffy can start doing his work. And ultimately, he's hard to remove because we have leader effect, we have everything like that. And maybe I should just talk about the man himself. So the way our leader works, if you're not familiar with Sabo, is we will put a Dawn on him on your opponent's turn once per turn. If one or more, or I guess in this case, if one of your characters with a power of 5,000 or more were to be KO'd, you may instead give that character minus 1,000 power for the end of the turn. Now, ultimately, this does save instances where more than one of your characters is being popped at the same time, from what I know of, like in case of a purple Kaido, which we don't really see anymore, Rob Lucci, things like that. But otherwise, this card is basically making our pesky blockers even more pesky. So ultimately, yeah, let's get some games in. We'll see how it goes. This one, to me, is just for fun. We're having some fun. If you want to run this deck, I recommend 100% just relaxing, set back, and get ready to have a lot of people leave. Because that was the other thing that I noticed about playing and practicing this deck, is a lot of people just don't want to play into it. Or once the engine starts, they just end up leaving. All right. Well, without a further ado, I'll see you guys in some games. Hey, you guys, welcome in. It looks like we are up against Whitebeard. Interesting matchup. I actually don't know how this goes. I'm going to keep this hand. Ultimately, we're going to try to get down to 2 life, so all of our stuff becomes active, and get these extra 2 cards into our hand. Unfortunately, he just whiffed on an ISO. That kind of sucks for him. Just because we're into red, I'm not afraid of running into a lot of things that are going to kill my Sabo here, but I mean, kill my my Nami's here, but we'll see. You never know. Oh, Rush Zoro, interesting. So I'm just going to take this life, as I said, and then we're gonna take the 6k after this. So we'll take this life, and then let's give him a 2k on this one. There we go. Just because I don't really want to pitch my blockers. Draw our card. So we can play out our Borsalino. We can go rest, and then we can swing 7 here. See if he gives us Zoro. He might not. No, he totally did. Okay. And then we will just chill. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with some rush here, which can be quite annoying for this deck specifically. But ultimately, I still think we're okay. Nami search, getting a Brook. So 2k to hand. He's going to swing 6. He has 4 left. So this could be a kid killer that wants to come out. So we're going to block here. We're going to block, resolve. We will just make him 5k. And we'll see if he attacks in with any of his other lower bodies. Which is fine for us. If he wants to invest a 6k swing into the 5k Borsalino, we can 2k out of it, and then we have something to attack into. Because ultimately, we're here to make sure he doesn't have a board and that we have a bunch of blockers. So, swings into Borsalino. We'll go no block. I will give you a 2k, and then we're good. Draw our Dawn. So see, we're sitting at 6, so we can go another Borsalino here. I'm gonna see if he'll give us. We can go Nami effect, rested Dawn on a Nami. Let's see if he gives us a 2 or a 1k here. We could have also gone 3. I'm quite interested. Nope. Okay, so we'll go 2 here, rest, I'll swing 8. So he's gonna give me the life. Okay. And now we have our 2 blockers up. Next turn we're gonna be at 8, so we can play our Luffy here. Ultimately, I don't mind if they attack in to the rested Nami. Because, let's see, he's only gonna have that, so we can go block, resolve, and then he dons up, we can block leader effect. Is that what he's going to do? Is he going to do it? Because you can't play another rusher. Your best thing you can do here is swing 6k at lead. Yeah, we'll just go block, resolve, use. You know what, you passing? Sounds good. All right. So we will deploy. We'll make sure our stuff can't die. We will swing 6k into the 2k to kill it. And then we're fine. So normally I would like to see a Cavendish here. I would like to see basically any of our other things that we could swing into. That way we could start swinging into active characters. Ooh, okay. Okay. Interesting. We might take some hits here. I think we're going to just counter out of some of this. 6, no block, 2k. 7. We'll take this. No trigger. Honestly, I kind of just want to take this one too, but we'll 2k out of it. 2k. He's going to leave 2 up. Sounds good to me. All right. So now we have options. So we can either go and start trying to just go for game. We have plenty of stuff. So I think we're going to try to clear his board still. So we'll go Sabo here. We'll draw 2. Let's trash the Hinas. I think it's a little late for... maybe not. Hina is kind of brutal right now to him. Let's trash a Fire Fist and a Hina. Let's go 1 here. Now we can go 9 into Ace, which is just going to get protected. Or we can start going for life. I think we just ultimately go for life, because let's see, we have 5 left. Yeah, so we'll go 9 at life. And then, I can't really do much else. I think Nami's not going to be as important anymore. So we can replace Nami here. And then we can swing 6. And we're sitting okay. We have 2 life. You may have every card in hand. But we're sitting behind a bunch of blockers. One of them in which if he attacks with Ace first, we can just make Marco not attack. Which I don't know if he's going to notice that. It's fine by me. We also have a 2k in hand and 2 life. I kind of want to take these 2 life just because I want to see what those cards are. And I could use some extra cards in hand. So he's swinging with Marco first. Makes sense. So I think what we do is we do block leader effect. He might have a way to play another Ace, and then he might play something else here. So as I said, we'll take this first one. No trigger. It's just another Luffy. Kid Killer. All right. He should swing with Kid Killer first. 100%. If you don't swing with Kid Killer here, I'm going to make Kid Killer not attack. Which would make no sense. See, this is the only problem with Rush is coming in is Hina is not nearly as good anymore. So they can't... Oh, they're all KO immune. But she isn't, right? So I guess even if we do block leader attack... do I want this last card? Is my question. Let's... Yeah, let's block resolve leader effect. Now he can kill her. 7 at us. So we go. Let's just take it. No trigger. Got 2 2Ks in hand. We got 3 blockers left. He has 4 Dawn. So he has 2 Rad Beams in hand. So here we're going to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We just counter out of this, so we have a ton of swings. And we just swing low to high. I think so. I think ultimately that is the choice. So we'll go no block. We'll counter out of it. He'll have 2 up for Rad Beams or guard points. Because we're not dead here. Like, we could easily trade board and then block her up again. And what is he gonna do? Play a 9-beard? But I think we could just start going for game. So if I go 2, let's see. If we go, these need, so I need 3 done. So we can go 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and then a ton on Luffy. If we go a ton on Luffy to start, he's gonna have to use both his Rad Beams. So this is how we're looking at it. We're just gonna go 7 onto Luffy. We might just be throwing, boys. We might just be throwing, but we're playing for fun. Remember that. Remember me. We're gonna go 6. So Rad Beam. Yep, we got it. We got it. Oh, that's what I thought. Actually, okay, so he could have countered out of that. Let's just see. Oh my god, I don't even know what he gave me. All right. It was what, 16? It was 15, 16, 17, right? And then he has nothing left. It's weird that he used a guard point, right? Yeah, he should have done Rad, which would be 14, 15, 16. Oh, I see. 15, 16, 17, 18. It just is better too. Because he could go Rad Guard, which is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? Because he was at 15. So you just need to do one more 2K. And then, yeah, he's dead. Because we swing 6, it's a 2K. We swing 6, it's a 2K. We swing 6, he dies. We swing, yeah. Okay. Hey, and that is this deck in a nutshell. Oh. Ultimately, I feel like I recommend going and giving this deck a try. Have fun with it. It is silly. We didn't even get to do the other shenanigans with this deck, which is basically trading into their board with our Cavendish and our Luffy. But yeah, if you guys are interested in giving this a go, let me know how it goes. Comment down below if you guys tried the deck. Also, if there's any other decks that you guys would like to check out or have me play, leaders, anything like that, just let me know. We do have meta nights that are going to be coming up fairly consistently. I think they're basically once every 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll be bringing silly decks. So if you guys have any leader or things like that you're like, this is a leader that is never seen, and you have a silly deck for it, let me know. I'm always down to try it. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all of that good stuff. And ultimately, thanks you guys again for all the support. This is so much fun making these. I always enjoy these. We're probably gonna have a schedule of trying to do these every Monday, so keep an eye out for every Monday. And if I'm able to hold to that, hopefully we'll just be bumping it up slowly but surely, and we'll be making more and more One Piece content for everybody to check out and try. Also, within the next month or so, I'll be showing off some more Paragon, which is the trading card game that I have been working on, that I am a lead designer for. And ultimately, I hope you guys are able to check that out. We'll probably be doing stuff on Tabletop Simulator and things like that, because that is currently where the cards are. We do have physical versions of the cards, so maybe we will also be putting out some live content at locals, but I just don't have the setup currently for that. But who knows? Maybe we'll figure that out. Ultimately, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, you guys, take care. And I'll catch you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.